coming out of great campsite. Been generally up in the morning and now heading down. So debating on what to do tonight, whether we go into Tehachapi or not. So, but beautiful out here. There's really no wind. And what's pretty amazing is, look at that. All those windmills out there sitting idle. It's sort of weird looking at it, but the last 2 days I've seen them basically cranking. But with no wind, they're able to control them and shut them down. So. Or hitch into Tehachapi and do some slack packing. So gonna head over that way and I'll keep you posted. So heading to Tehachapi. Here's a nice little legend that's set up already for spaghetti dinner tonight, but we will be out of the area. Legend is a real cool trail angel that pops in from spot to spot and feeds all the hikers. So there's water and food and information basically. So that's cool. All right, over and out. Well, today was definitely a nice hot day. Check out those bees. Just cruising along the trail and looking at this awesome environment. You could tell that we're in a lot of really cool alluvial deposits as well as byproducts from the San Andreas Fault. We stayed at the Sure Save over in Tehachapi. There's the pool. Met a nice couple on their honeymoon, Rainstick and Jukebox from Portugal. And again, just enjoying the trail, no matter where it's at. It might be hot, but I love being out here. Here's a few more pictures of what I saw this particular day that we were around Tehachapi, California. Our slack packing today. Gonna finish off the map here in Tehachapi. The map from far out. Day 42 on the Pacific Crest Trail.
A nice day at about 8 miles to Willow Spring Road, and right here on the interstate, which is pretty neat. It's beautiful, beautiful morning, beautiful day. Look at all these wind turbines everywhere. Got laundry done last night. After this, gonna go get some resupply to head back out. So here we go. Over and out. All right, came over this little ridge, right in the middle of this beautiful wind farm, as far as you can see. And I saw those tailings yesterday. That's right in front of us, and that is an open pit mine. I was told it's called like the Queen Lynn Silver Mine. So they're evidently excavating that whole pocket right there and finding some precious metals and different type of silvers, ore, and so it'll be interesting to do a little research on that. But I am getting closer to it, but this you could really see a great view of it. So they got a lot of mining / renewable energy going on here in the middle of the Pacific Crest Trail. Pretty neat. Over and out. Alright, we made it to the Red Barbecue House, the Red House Barbecue, and having a couple of cold runs. Got some ribs coming, and just busted out about 8.5 miles. Nice easy section, especially when you're slack packing, and excited to be here. So let's try a good rib. All right, good morning. About 8 a.m. Day 44 PCT. Going no-bow. Just leaving Tehachapi and heading towards Kennedy Meadows. Next resupply is going to be in Onyx, which is about 85 miles. So I'm loaded up with food and water. Had a great stay at Tehachapi, near road yesterday, and again, gonna crank out about 5 days. So we'll be eating our way, drinking our way out of here. All right, over and out. Well, the wind farms are definitely real. Just been eyeballing these guys. The wind must be just at the optimal speed right now. Because I've been watching them, and they stop and they start, then they stop. So it's not really optimal speed. It would probably be constantly running. So the wind might be just picking up to the point where it sets the sensor off and then they start. But
I see the sensor too. You can see it over to the left. It's like a little weather gauge that sticks up. There's one over there too. But you can definitely hear them. All right, back to the hike. Got about 4 miles to camp. Had a great day. Been sort of lazy though because it's been so hot. So been taking a lot of breaks, like every 2 miles. But you know, it's Saturday night. It's a great way to spend Saturday night hiking. And now it's a lot cooler, so. Got about 4 miles left to camp where there's water. Make a nice meal. Set up camp and then hit the hay. All right, this is Rick Osborne Jr. with Geology Rocks. Day 44 on the PCT. Here we go. Keep you posted. Look at that. I like my new shades. Hiker box. Look at that sun's coming down. Ooh, child. Alright, good morning. Day 45 on the PCT 2025. I am already up and gone. 3 miles approximately. Walking through beautiful wind turbine environment. You can see them back there. It's starting to warm up. Supposed to not be as hot today, but we'll see. A little after 9, so that's good. Did not sleep too good just because of my labrum issue. Was hurting when I started, but seems to have loosened up, so that's good. My first break, I'm gonna really stretch and rub it out a little bit, but in any event, it is Mother's Day 2025, so happy Mother's Day to all those mamas out there. Make it a great day, and especially all those mamas that have kids, all my grandkids, happy Mother's Day. So I'll keep you posted on day 45 of the PCT. Over and out. All right, here we are, the first pass of many. Doesn't look like much, but this is the Hamp Williams Pass. As we continue up Sierra Nevadas, those passes are critical points of reference for us to continue through it. So this is our first pass, and pretty cool. All right. in is out. And the sun is coming up. Day 45 on the PCT. Time to rise and shine and get some coffee. Well, good morning. It is day 46 on the PCT. And look at that, waking up to a gorgeous, gorgeous sunrise. My tent had fairy wings last night, as the wizard proclaimed this morning. Woke up and the wizard was right next to us. And it was good to see him. Hadn't seen him since Hikertown. But get some lunch, coffee, and then pack up, start hitting the trail. Over and out. Hey, look at that. 600, baby. Day 46. Shebang. Later. All right. Look at this rock outcrop. Beautiful white granite. And it looks like someone's butt. This is the butt outcrop. All right. We had a beautiful night. Gonna pump out a couple more miles while the weather's good. Got a nice tailwind. A lot of comments about the wind at the campsite that I'm going to do, but it's all right. Try to muffle it as much as I can. Can't be any windier than last night. It is gorgeous out, just got water, and another beautiful day coming to an end here on the Pacific Crest Trail. All right. PCT 2025. Look at that glorious sunrise. As far as you can see, that's Sequoia National Park. We're heading that way. Had a good night's sleep. Just made some coffee. Getting ready for another glorious day. Thank you, Lord, for this sunrise. Oh, yeah. All right, there I'm going down that way to the water cache and Kelsey Road, I believe. So only got about a mile and a half left, heading down. Well, today didn't end as I had planned. I got off at Kelso Road, got a ride from Josh, and took me to Ridgecrest because I wanted to go get an MRI on my leg. But of course, they would not do it. So I ended up getting a room, picking up a rental car, which was actually a really cool Dodge Challenger, and really just relaxing the labrum to see what my next step was going to be. But all in all, had a great week. Thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone that is following my little journey that I have going here, and I will continue to produce content, especially once my leg gets healed. Adios, and again, thanks for watching. Signing off.